The last thing I need is another habit. So in most of my videos that I normally post on content or post on social media, I talk about sobriety. I talk about recovery, and I talk about all of these things. Lately, I've been having a moral dilemma with myself. You see, about 6-7 months ago, I made this video and it was talking about California sobriety. I was wearing sunglasses in this video. Now, the thing with California sobriety, if you don't know or if you're not familiar with the term California sobriety, it's you quit all hard drugs and you only smoke weed, pot, whatever. That's what you smoke in place of everything else. And you stay away from alcohol and the hard stuff. So I thought I would give this California sobriety a chance. My intention was to do it like once a week or whenever I had a high emotional day. And if I was needing something, instead of running to alcohol, which is my drug of choice, by the way, I would smoke some reefer. And so when I did that, I did it for like a month or two. I was popping edibles, and I realized that I started to do this on a daily basis. I realized wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm not supposed to be altering my mind. I'm supposed to be coherent here. And now I took my right to say that I am in recovery. I'm clean and sober. Although my drug of choice is alcohol. So I practiced this for like a month and a half. And one day I just said, you know what? I can't do this because it is becoming a habit. The last thing I need is another habit. So I had to stop it, point blank, period. Now, if you guys are struggling with the same ideas or concepts in your head to where you think that you're going to just smoke weed and you'll be fine. If you're not in tune with who you are mentally in here and you don't know much about yourself, it's going to end in a disaster. I, by the grace of God, am in tune with who I am. I'm very self-aware. And this didn't happen overnight. This has been months and months and months of working on myself. Now, is there replacements for my addictions? Substitutes? Yes, there are. And I'm currently in the process of working on that as well. So the other day I was sitting there and I kind of got irritated because I was thinking, like, can't I just be sober, straight, normal? And I was kind of hard on myself mentally in here. What the is wrong with me? And then I realized the yin and yang in the Asian culture represents balance, right? It represents balance. Now, we all have habits. We all have a vice one way or another, rather it's coming out in substitute or substance abuse disorder, or it's coming out in mental health disorders. Maybe your ass shops a lot and you purchase a lot of random shit that you don't really need, but you purchase it because there's something that you're trying to fill, some type of mental or emotional, spiritual void that you need to fill that hole. But the more things you purchase, it doesn't go away. It's always going to be there. So I was being so freaking hard on myself about my recovery and my journey as far as my walk is as a person. I was kind of feeling down, but I realized I'm human. I make mistakes, and that's totally fine. It's okay to make mistakes. And sometimes, you know what? It's okay to not be okay. You can be fucking pissed off, mad at the world. You can be sad. You can cry. Whatever it is, just do it. Process it. And that's the kind of talk that I had to have with myself in order for me to realize I'm a human. I am a human being. And I have wants, needs, and other things that I need to figure out how can I balance it. Because if I don't balance this and I don't know how or learn how to balance it, I'm going to be wrecked once again. I might be talking to myself in this video, but then there's probably somebody that this is going to resonate with. And to that person, I'm going to tell you, learn who you are. Sometimes we got to break away from the social media, the content, and we got to go for a walk sometimes to discover that inner voice that we haven't heard, because we're so far up. Everybody else is worried about what they're thinking. Are they happy? Are we making them happy? And being so damn codependent that it's irritating, because you lose sight of who you are doing that. But sometimes it's okay to be there and support somebody else. There's a difference between supporting somebody else emotionally, physically, intimately. There's a difference between that type of support and then being codependent. That's the that I had to learn, and I'm working on myself. I struggle with it daily. And I'm signing out.